1920s to 1950s class, and second place in that class goes out to registration number 17, a 1940 DeSoto, brought to us today by Robert. Okay, and then the first place winner in the 1920s to 1950s class goes out to registration number 42. It's a 1941 Plymouth, brought to us today by Carol. Carol, come on up and get your first place plaque, the winner in the 1920s to 1950s class.
Walk up there.
It's a 1941 Plymouth. There he comes. Congratulations. Okay, our next class is the 1960s A-body class. 1960s A-body. And second place goes out to a 1968 Plymouth Barracuda, registration number 33, Kane. Congratulations, Kane. Great job. First place in the 60s A-body goes out to registration number 63. It's a 1968 Dodge Dart, brought to us today by James. James, come on up and pick up your plaque. First place in the 1960s A-body. Okay, now we're going to move to the 1960s B-body. 1960s B-body in second place goes out to registration number 56. It's a 1969 Dodge Coronet RF, brought to us by Randy today. Randy brought that in for us to take a look at and enjoy, and garnered a second place with it. Congratulations, Randy. He's got Mopars all over his shirt. Congratulations. Okay, and the winner in the 1960s B-body goes out to a 1969 Dodge Super Big, brought to us by Phil today, registration number 64. Okay, now moving on to the 1960s and 70s C-body class. Second place in that class goes out to Dennis. Dennis came to us today with his 1966 Plymouth Fury, registration number 11. Congratulations, Dennis. And in first place in the 1960s and 70s C-body goes out to a 1964 Chrysler 300, driven today by John. Registration number 45. John, come on up and pick up your plaque. Congratulations, John. Okay. The next class is the 1970s A-body class. Second place goes out to a 1974 Plymouth Duster, brought to us today by Bobby. Registration number 29. 74 Plymouth Duster. Congratulations, Bobby. And the winner in the 70s A-body class, driven today by Al. Al, come on up and get your plaque. Al came to us in a 1971 Dodge Demon, registration number 7. Okay, moving to the 1970s B-body class. 1970s B-body. In second place, a 1970 Plymouth Roadrunner, driven by James today, registration number 35. James, come on up and pick up your plaque for second place in the 1970s B-body class. Here he comes. Congratulations, James. Okay, and the winner in the 1970s B-body class goes out to a 1970 Plymouth GTX, registration number 57, driven by Vince. Vince, come on up and pick up first place, the 1970s B-Body. Okay, we're moving on to the 1970s E-Body. 1970s E-Body class. In second place is a 1970 Dodge Challenger, driven today by Bob, registration number 43. Bob, come on up and pick up your second place plaque in the 1970s E-Body class. And in first place, the 70s E-Body, a 1970 Plymouth Barracuda, owned by Keith, registration number 18. Keith, come on up and pick up your first place plaque for that 1970 Plymouth Barracuda. Okay, our next class is the front wheel drive 1975 to 1989, and we only have a first place winner in that class. It goes out to a 1986 Dodge Lancer, Robert, registration number 24. First place, front wheel drive, 1975 to 1989. Oh, here he is. He's sneaking up behind me. Congratulations. Okay, the next class is the front-wheel drive 1990 to current. Second place in that class goes out to a 2005 Dodge SRT4, owned by Ricky. Ricky, registration number 54. Come on up and pick up your plaque for second place, front-wheel drive 1990 to current. And in first place, the winner of the class goes out to a 1999 Chrysler Sebring, registration number 53, owned by Greg. Greg brought that out for us to take a look at today. Congratulations on first place. Okay, the next class is rear-wheel drive, 1976 to current. And the winner in that class is registration number 4. It's Ryan in a 1978 Chrysler Cordoba. Come on up and pick up your first place plaque. Beautiful Chrysler Cordoba out here. Okay. Our next class is the LX body. The LX body class, and second place goes out to registration number 51. It's a 2006 Chrysler 300C, brought to us by Justin today. Justin, come on out to pick up your trophy. Second place in the LX body class.
They might think I'm Justin.
And in first place goes out to registration number 47. That's a 2006 Dodge Charger. Nick, come on up and pick up your class winning first place LX body plaque. Okay, now we're going to the LC body. This is a new Challenger. And in second place, that is registration number 2. It's a 2013 Dodge Challenger, driven by David. David brought that to us today. Come on up and pick up your second place plaque. And in first place in the LC body new Challenger class, registration number 40, a 2009 Dodge Challenger, Rob. Come on up, Rob. Congratulations. Okay, our next class is the Modern Custom class. That ranges years 2003 to 2012.
There it is.
And second place in that class goes out to a 2011 Dodge Charger, Brought to us by George today, registration number 52. And first place in the modern custom class goes out to registration number 10. It is a 2006 Dodge Charger, driven by Leroy. Leroy, come on up and pick up your trophy. First place in the modern custom 2003 to 2012 class.
I didn't realize it was 2 different classes.
What? We had no vipers here today? No snakes, huh? How did that happen? Okay. Too expensive.
Any one of those.
Okay, our next class is the Jeep All Years. Jeep All Years class. And second place goes out to registration number 6. The 2010 Jeep owned by Keith. Keith brought that in for us today.
I haven't got anything.
2010 Jeep. Congratulations. In first place in the Jeep All Years class goes out to registration 28. That's a 1989 Jeep brought to us by Brandon. Brandon brought that in for us today. Congratulations. First place in the Jeep All Years class.
He was 26. Clearly.
These are getting more complicated as we go along, so pay close attention. This is the truck, non-Jeep SUV, 1920. It says, oh, non-Jeep, okay. See, I told you it was getting complicated. 1920 to 1994. Second place is a 1982 Dodge D150 Adair. Brought that to us. Registration number 68. There he comes. He wants us to savor the moment. Congratulations. And in first place, we'll try this again, okay? First place is the truck non-Jeep SUV 1920 to 1994 class. Is registration number 13. Eddie, come on up and get your first place plaque for a 1979 Dodge Little Red Express. Okay, this is the next class is the truck non-Jeep SUV 1995 to 2012, and the winner in that class, first place goes out to Victor, registration number 41 in a 2001 Dodge Ram. Okay, our next class is the AMC Willys class. These are for automobiles, not SUVs or Jeeps or whatever else you want to call those little things. Yeah, okay. Four-wheel drive. These are two-wheel drive automobiles. We got that squared away. Okay, AMC Willys automobile, second place, registration number 30, Marshall. Marshall brought us a 1967 AMC Rebel. And first place in the class goes out to registration number 26. It's a 1973 AMC Javelin brought to us today by Rick. Okay. Our next class is the Survivor Series class. It's 1924 through 1980, and it goes out to the winner of the class, registration number 44. It's a 1977 Chrysler Cordoba, owned by Howard. Howard, come on up and pick up your plaque. First place in the Survivor Series, 1924 to 1980.
Corinthian leather.
Okay, our next class is a special mention class, and this could be police, could be fire, could be race car, could be any number of things. But today it turns out to be, the winner turns out to be a school bus. A 1934 Dodge school bus, registration number 46, brought to us by Kathy. Okay, the next award is the Young Guns Award, and I would like to see a show of hands for everyone who has a car registered here today who is 21 years old or younger. 21 years old or younger, and you have a vehicle. Come stand up here in front of Wade if you are 21 years or younger and you have a car here today. I see one. Do I have two?
Raise it a few years. I wish I was 20 years.
You could pass, go for it.
I could pass.
There you go.
That would be funny as shit. They would think I was give me an award.
Actually, the class is 16 to 21. 16 to 21. Young Gun Award. Young Gun going once, twice, and sold. What you got here? A 67 Plymouth Belvedere, and your name is? Nick Durbin. Congratulations, Nick, on your win. Young Guns Award. This is our future of our hobby, guys. This is the future of our hobby. Okay, the next special interest or special award goes out to the Volunteer's Choice. This is the Volunteer's Choice Award, and the winner of the Volunteer's Choice is Carol. Carol has a 1941 Plymouth here today, registration number 42. Okay, the next one is Driver's Choice Award, and Driver's Choice Award is presented this year to Pat Kelly. Pat's here with this 69 Roadrunner here on the front row. Congratulations, Pat. Okay, and then the next plaque is the Dealer's Choice Award. And the Dealer's Choice goes out for a 1968 Dodge Dart, registration number 63, James. Where's James? There he is. Okay, now we have 3 specialty awards for Best Paint, Best Interior, and Best Engine. The first one is going to be Best Paint, and the highest point total for Best Paint goes out to a 1970 Plymouth Barracuda, brought to us by Tony today, registration number 36. Best Paint Award, congratulations. Our next special award is for Best Interior. This is the Best Interior Award, goes out to a 1938 Plymouth, registration number 21, brought to us by Buck. Buck, come on up and accept your plaque for Best Interior in a 1938 Plymouth. And Best Engine. Best Engine goes out this year to a 1972 Plymouth Satellite, registration number 22, Jim. Best Engine Award.
That's that yellow car with the 61 in it.
I just want to real quickly, I haven't had the mic and I don't want the mic. I just want to say this is your all show. Yes, it's here at Chrysler Culpeper. want to hear what I had to say. It's your all show. Me and Laura just give you the lot for the day, and we give the lot to these guys. We've given, up to last year, we've given $12,000 back to local and military charities, and that's because you all have supported it, and you haven't come and said, hey, it's this, or hey, there's money. It's a show, and it's a charity show, and thank you for helping us. Thank you for making the hobby what it is. It is what you all make it. And from what I've had, about 6 people tell me and Laura today that the hobby is good with you all, and we're going to have you back next year. Please come back next year, and thank you. We got Best to Show. We're going to be out here directing you out. Come out slowly. We'll get you all out of here, and please enjoy it. Please come back and see us whenever. Next year or sooner. Not done yet.
Okay. Okay, we have the last award. This is the Best in Show award, and I'm going to prolong it even longer. And I want to thank Wade and Laura for opening our doors. I go to a lot of shows, a lot of cruisings through the course of the year, and this is by far a highlight for us to come out and to be with you guys. I'm going to show you guys something that I don't want any rotten tomatoes at, but I'm not a Mopar guy, I'm an Oldsmobile guy. But I've done this for 5 years. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, or 4 years. And I plan on doing it for the 5th year, next year. And I thoroughly enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoy all you folks coming out. We really do appreciate it. As I said, it's a highlight of my season. Okay, Best in Show this year goes out to a 1968 Dodge Dart, registration number 5, Hayes. Hayes is the name. A 1968 Dodge Dart. Best in Show at the 4th annual All Mopar Show. Congratulations, sir. Highest vote getter across the board. Okay, we have one more small business. Actually, it's a big business, depending on who you are. We have lost a set of keys. If you guys would look around, and if you see a set of keys, please bring them up to the registration desk. Everybody take a look around on the ground, look around on any surface areas, and if you could bring those up here to me, we'll get them to the owner. Lost set of keys. Other than that, folks, have a great rest of your day. I want to thank everybody for coming out, and we look forward to seeing everyone again next year for another cruise or show down the road. Thanks very much. Okay, folks, we're still looking for that ring of keys. It's a fairly large ring.